long week here in Hammond. Doesn't waste any time here to start the championship game. The first look at a southpaw this evening. He starts with a beautiful strike.
And the heart is pumping. You can see he's nervous, but he's got such a simple game, and he's got a good line to the pocket. He's making Handegard finish on the other lane. John has finished his 2 previous games on lane 32. Now he's going to have to finish on 31.
So although Beattie hasn't yet made an appearance in the championship round, he's got the strategy down.
Well, the only trouble John has had was that split on the left lane. Good speed. Oh, he looks so determined, so strong. He's been in this situation before, though, and just never won. We remember back in the late 1970s in Salt Lake City when he was up by over 250 pins with 3 games to go and wound up losing that tournament.
To Wayne Chester, as a matter of fact. That was one of the toughest losses I've ever witnessed on the PBA National Tour. There was no television show. It was a summer tour event. But he's been trying to win ever since. And he comes storming out of the starting gates with a strike.
And here's Dick Beattie, 17-6, hitting the 4th and a half board. Again, he only loses a little less than 1 mile per hour from 15 feet to 45.
Well, it's really been an interesting look. Our bowler track. Bringing 7-pin this time for Beattie.
Very simple approach. 4 steps, gets the ball down very quickly. Quick steps to catch up with it. Shoulder high backswing, head pretty steady. And trouble, misses the 7th pin. That's nerves, Denny. That's just simply nerves.
Perhaps too fast. Beattie basically dashing up there to shoot the 7-pin, and then the championship round, you have to keep your wits.
Well, he switched balls, Denny, and there's a slightly different feel. He shot him in practice. He didn't want to pull it by, gave it too much room, and it falls off in front.
Back to live action. That one through the nose, as one would expect after an unforced error in the title match. Meanwhile, Handegard sitting coolly, resting on the laurels of a double in the first 2 frames.
And Dick, boy, he grabs that spare shot, and he's up shooting it before the other one gets back. Makes this one.
And applauds himself for the spare effort on that trip. John Handegard asking now for a re-rack on lane 32. And while we do have a pause in the action, we'd like to thank 3 gentlemen, Jim Russell, Tom Fee, and also Bob McCauley, all of the Brunswick Bowling Division. They are the gentlemen who have supervised and run our bowler track this evening. And we want to thank them personally, and of course the Brunswick Corporation for allowing us to utilize Bowler Vision.
Right now, John's not thinking about bowler vision, color vision, or anything. He's thinking about strike vision.
He has been focused all evening. Let us see if he can continue. And he does. He is a handful right now. A lot of frustration over the last 3 or 4 years in the championship round. He's taking it out right now on Dick Beattie.
Did I hear right? You said Handegard is a handful?
Yes, I did.
Trying to get that straight.
You know, his nickname is Hand Grenade. You could say Handegard the Hand Grenade is a handful.
Trying for 4.
Oh!
Sue's right. It's the different color dress.
Now you watch. Every wife who bowls, or I should say every player whose wife watches over the next 3 or 4 weeks will be wearing, what is she wearing tonight, by the way? Is that like a
pink and red?
Mauve? Is that what that's called? What do we know about color?
I don't know. My wife doesn't let me out of the house without checking me. So
another 7-pin for Beattie, and the last trip on lane 32 was a memorable one for him. He wastes little time.
Says thank you. I made the 7-pin. But he's falling further and further behind. Handegard at 17.6. Boy, he swung. You see the difference? He got that out to the 8th forward, 8th and a half. That's 2 boards right of where he has been aiming. When you get that kind of reaction, Dan, you can swing it and it comes back softly in the pocket. Boy, does that free up your swing.
Especially when you know you've got 2 or 3 board area out there to work with, and your opponent is also struggling. And for Beattie, the big 4 pops up on lane 31, and that spells a real disaster.
And John Handegard right now is already counting the money and saying, change my name from red to black on the scorecard, on the scoreboard. For those that don't know, all the champions have their names in black on our scoreboard in the bowling center. And the non-champions are in red, and John has had his in red his whole career.
And of course, a banner will be hung as well for each new PBA champion. And if there's a guy out here that deserves one, I would venture to say this gentleman is.
We don't just deliver power. We show up as your partner. When you prep for extreme weather, we
One more? Yes. Well, he is doing it with style, wouldn't you say?
Boy, it's only had one ball out of the pocket. That smile on Sue's face. She's not really satisfied yet that he has enough. You can kind of see she's really happy, but you want more, John.
13 career perfectos. Wouldn't you like to win your first title by shooting 300?
Well, I'll tell you what, as good a line as he has to the pocket, it's going to take a tap, I think, to stop him.
Well, he now is halfway. He has a half dozen in a row. Handegard with smiles all around. Meanwhile, Dick Beattie at this point in time just trying to get out of the way.
Right, it's 79 pins and gaining, so.
And if you're Dick Beattie, you're saying, how in the world can this happen to me? I bowled so well all week long, and another split, and sometimes even the best laid plan.
You know, John Handegard has paid his dues out here. He's had these games that Dick Beattie is having right now, and sometimes you have to go through that.
The last couple of weeks he's had them. 163, 152.
It was interesting. After the first game, John came back to us. He says, I raised my average.
The other thing that was funny was earlier tonight before the telecast, he looked up at me and he said, Denny, he said, please say something nice about me tonight. And I said, well, John, all you have to do is win, and we'll do nothing but chat about you.
So we're saying nothing but nice things about Handegard. Handegard. I can't say it.
Handegard. Ah, there's the adjustment on 31. Dick Beattie right now is just trying to finish things off and figure out how he's going to make the finals next week in Battle Creek.
I know. Handegard is thinking about a couple more strikes.
Leads by 90.
I think he feels safe.
I do. Well, you want to talk about being aggressive. He's just slashing away at the pocket right now.
Well, he slipped on that shot and then hung in the thumb and still struck. Watch him here. It's way up, bounces it out there, comes in light, and just saws it. 7 in a row, going for 8.
Oh,
great shot.
Handegard stopped by the 4.
Well, he is savoring this moment without question. It has been a long and arduous journey. A select few know what it feels like to win
A PBA tournament.
It's a special feeling.
Spade.
Well, Dick Beattie could still shoot 200. Unfortunately, that's going to be probably about 79 pins short.
Well, it's already short.
That's what you like to see, bouncing back from adversity.
Run by Dick Beattie, but
it's
a little too late.
In the throes of disaster here in the championship game.
Well, what are you going to do?
Well, it's a marvelous learning experience to lead an event. At least you know what that's like. There's a tremendous amount of pressure involved there. And then have to wait in the wings to come on to the title match and bowl against a guy that you know has got the hot hand.
Well, he started with a strike and left that 7 pin. If he carried that, it could have been different. Handegard, who already has the game won. He throws every ball in the channel from now on. He already has 209, and the best Beattie can get is 200, so it's a winner no matter what.
If you'd have told John Handegard he'd have been a winner after 8 frames, he'd have probably laughed at you earlier this evening, but he is on glide control right now as the 7-pin wobbles remains. And we'll take a break as Handegard wins his first ever PBA championship. He'll remember it well here at Olympia Lanes in Hammond, Indiana. We're kind of finishing out the championship game because it's already over, but for John Handegard, it's basically just beginning.
Well, we never know. We told him, you know, if he could finally win, he may never lose again. And I know what that feeling is like. And John, now we'll have that confidence, and there's the smile of victory.
Well, anyway.
Big Beattie got 4 in a row to finish
That's a good game by Mr. Handegard.
Nice comeback for Beattie, who finishes up second. But I think the real story here this evening is perseverance, playing against the odds, never giving up on yourself. And John Handegard has been here many, many times, and now he will step into the PBA's winner's circle for the first time in his career. As here comes Sue, and without question, there'll be no more blue and white in that family.